Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salamu ala Rasulillah. All praises to Allah. We send peace and salutations upon Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Earlier in the program, we were talking about spending and the importance of spending in the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and helping the poor and the weak people wherever they may be. Try to help them and support them. And in the program, we try to, sometimes we host people from other organizations, charitable organizations, who are helpful and who are supportive, so that we open the gates for anyone who wants to support, inshallah. There are so many hands there helping and supporting. So you don't have to go by yourself, but you can actually support those organizations. From them, of course, one of the leading organizations, Africa Muslim Agency. Joining me on the line, Brother Hoosain Choonara, the Regional Director of Africa Muslim Agency. Assalamu alaikum, Hoosain, and welcome back.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Sheikh. Shukran for having us on this morning.
Barakallah feek. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you, Hoosain, and may Allah increase you in khair, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant you success in all your projects. Allahumma ameen. In the beginning, shed some light, Hoosain, as the month of Ramadan is coming closer, inshallah. Tell us about your current projects and events, inshallah.
Alhamdulillah, of course, Ramadan dawning upon us today, alhamdulillah. The current AME has launched the Wish campaign, a campaign that's designed to fulfill the simple wishes of millions of people in 15 countries around the world, as well as identifying more than 700 villages across the continent of Africa that are in urgent need of water wells and boreholes. And this is important, especially because over the past days, Cyclone Freddy has hit Mozambique and Malawi, washing out crops. Even the people were farming, looking to harvest the crops for food, so they could have food for the month of Ramadan. Now those crops have been washed away. So the water wells are so important because people use the water to grow food. Because as we see in this part of the land, people in this part of Africa, people live off the land, which means that if they don't have water, they resort to eating whatever is in front of them, which is normally grass and sometimes ants. So the Wish campaign is launched in 15 countries. From South Africa over the past weekend, Sheikh, we've seen more than 10,000 hampers distributed around South Africa in different parts of the country, which providing more than 250 community-based organizations with hampers, with blankets, with iftar boxes, which means that people this Ramadan, alhamdulillah, across the country will have access to nourishing meals throughout the month of Ramadan. And anybody watching, I would encourage you as we enter the month of Ramadan, fulfill your wish, fulfill your niyyah, your ambition, by fulfilling the wishes of those that I need, whether it's in South Africa, across Africa, or in Syria and Turkey. When the earthquake has hit, the teams are on the ground providing iftar meals to the people that have been affected by the earthquake, as well as in other countries around the world.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala increase you in khair, inshallah, that you can help more and more people. Hoosain, as the month of Ramadan comes, we always find events like pledge lines, etc. Will Africa Muslim Agency also have a pledge, and how can people support during this pledge?
Absolutely, Sheikh. Next week, Friday, inshallah, on Hilaal TV, there'll be a pledge line to encourage people to donate towards the Wish campaign. The date of that will be the 31st of March, where the pledge will be live on Hilaal TV at 9:30 p.m. So in South Africa right now, we have Sister Jihan Casey, who has just returned from Syria, and she's currently in South Africa, currently in Cape Town. Will be attending a number of events around Cape Town over the next few days. I would encourage you, like, to be part of any of the events, to come and hear first-hand account of what's happening in Syria, for example, or in the Syrian and Palestinian refugee camps. Coming to one of these events, phone us at our offices in Cape Town, 021-699-0545, or follow us live on social media. Sheikh, we also have Qari Yaish Ali, a well-known Quran reciter, a Nasheed reciter, a teacher, a Qari from South Africa, who's performing Taraweeh in the Syrian and Palestinian refugee camps on a daily basis. Obviously, Ramadan started last night in Lebanon, in the Syrian camps, and last night was the first night of Taraweeh in the camps. And Qari will be reciting from the 1st to the 14th of Ramadan, live from the camps. You can follow this live on our website at the African Muslims Agency.co.za.
MashaAllah. Hussein, a lot of people and a lot of villages in Africa, they don't have water. And I believe water is one of the major projects Africa Muslim Agency is investing in. Tell us about this project and how can people support it?
Absolutely, Sheikh. Of course, for the impact on the ground, where people don't have access to water, they resort to either going to a crocodile-infested river to fetch water, or we see young girls and young children or the elderly walk literally kilometers on a daily basis. They have access to clean, drinkable water. What's the coming of a water well? Yes, they have access to water, but they have the time then to go to school. They have the dignity. They don't have to risk their life by going to a crocodile river. But what is it for the donor? For the donor who's giving for their wish, for their niyyah, for someone who's passed on in their family, or for themselves, for sadaqah jariyah, for Allah's pleasure. It is the millions of drops of water that come from the water well, the reward of that and the usage of that and the impact of that that's used for cooking, that's used for making wudu, for bathing, and then someone prays after that. All that Allah gives us the opportunity to earn His mercy for us and for those that are passed on as well. So a water well is 14,800 rand in Africa, or any amount towards it. We have many families, alhamdulillah, come to us together as a family, do a water well for all of our family, and maybe we do a crowdfunding link for them, or they come together and donate. And the impact of that, imagine for years and years and years and years, the reward for the donor, inshallah. So 700 water wells across Africa have been identified by the teams that are permanently based in the different countries. I would encourage you with your niyyah, Allah's mercy and your generosity, we can impact those villages in Africa and provide them with water wells, inshallah.
Inshallah, inshallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala open the doors of khair, inshallah, to you and to all the people who are donating and supporting. May Allah accept their sadaqat, especially in the month of Ramadan, the month of generosity, the month of spending in the path of Allah Azza wa Jal. A final word to the ummah watching you right now, Hussein, and how we can maybe encourage them and share with them the contact details of our Africa Muslim Agency.
Absolutely, absolutely. We've launched the Wish campaign. We want you to be part, as much as we want you to donate your zakah, your sadaqah, your lillah to Africa Muslims Agency to impact millions of people in 15 countries. We want you also to give your time to come and see the impact of your generosity, to see the impact of your niyyah. For 100 rand, you can sponsor one person an iftar box. You can feed one person for 100 rand per day. Or you can feed an entire family for 1,500 rand per month, or feed an entire village or refugee camp. Imagine the hundreds of people who benefit from that, from 16,000 rand per day, or any amount towards it. Makes a massive, massive difference. We encourage you to join us in the month of Ramadan to be part of the Wish campaign, so that millions of people can benefit from your niyyah. Allah bless you all. Ramadan Mubarak, Ramadan Kareem from Africa Muslims Agency to Hilaal TV and to all the viewers of Hilaal TV. Please remember us in your dua and please join us and be part with us in the month of Ramadan, inshallah.
Inshallah, Hussein, Ramadan Mubarak to you and to all the team. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept from you. Jazakumullah khairan for joining us this morning. Barakallah feekum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalamu alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. All right, this was Brother Hoosain Choonara, the Regional Director of Africa Muslim Agency, giving us some information about all the projects during the month of Ramadan. And it's time to support and to help, inshallah. One of the gates of khair, indeed. May Allah Azza wa Jal make us among those who will enter from the door of sadaqah, entering Jannatul Firdaus مع النبيين والصديقين والشهداء والصالحين وحسن أولئك رفيقا. Allahumma ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. Just a reminder, Ramadan is tomorrow in South Africa. I get so many messages on WhatsApp. People asking, is Ramadan today? Is Ramadan today? Tomorrow, inshallah, in South Africa, we're going to start our first day of Ramadan. Basically from tonight, technically from tonight, inshallah, that will be the first Tarawih, inshallah. All right, let us take a short break. We'll come back after the break. Stay with us.